New year, new video, new scenery. I've changed my colours a little bit. I hope it looks all right. I like it. TARDIS blue, if anyone's wondering. It's actually darker than it looks on camera, which is kind of weird, but hey, that's fine. The video I want to do today is something that I've not really done much of. Whenever I've set up a desktop environment on FreeBSD, it's always been KDE or the lightweight one, Mate, whichever way you want to call it. This time I thought it's still a lightweight environment, but I thought I'd go with LXQt just because it's different and I've never really done that. So we'll give it a go and see what happens. So LXQt. Now this is a guide that I found on the forum. It's a fairly oldish guide from the first part of 2025, so it's almost a year old. It was January 26th. There's nothing installed on this machine at all apart from Pico Alpine. Yeah, I know you're probably all bored of me saying it, but that's the editor I like to use. So what I've got is root, obviously, and a user that's in the groups wheel, operator and video. That's the only thing I've got on this machine apart from Pico Alpine. So let's kind of go through it and see what happens. I've no idea how this is going to go at all. Not tried it. Thank you for Christmas presents. I've now got a new coffee machine which makes fantastic macchiatos. So big it won't fit in a mug though, which is fine. All right, let's get on with this, shall we? Now I have already put together the list of packages I need to install, and there it is. So there you can see this is a freshly installed FreeBSD 15 release. Packages and kmods have all been changed to the latest in the package.conf. Let's see what happens. I get the feeling this will probably fail. Well, it sees everything, so let's get everything installed. 758. This will take a few minutes. Okay, quarter of the way through ish, half the way through ish. Now while it's doing that, I'm actually just going to open another session and start setting up some of the other files instead of just sitting there waiting around. So let's start with our rc.conf. Okay, so we'll have some dbus. Not going to bother with the firewall because I don't really need that. Set the graphics to the i915, which is pretty much what this is. Macrocode update, and then SDDM enable. Now there is something else on here that says RC start messages. No, I'm not going to do that. So let's exit out of that after saving. And the next file is bootloader.conf. And I'm only going to put in the stuff that is actually useful. The other stuff is just aesthetic, and I'm not going to bother with that, which is the Fuse FS. Okay, exit out of that after saving. And the next one is FS tab. Put a comment in. So proc FS. Should we space it out properly? Here we go. Save that. Okay, we're going to create a user local etc sddm.conf because that's the login manager that we're going to use. So that will be that, and we'll just put these in. Okay, let's have a look at the other one. There we go. So everything else should work after a reboot. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to see what's going on, so I'll have to swap. I'll have to swap to that. So let's get them out of the way. All right, so let's reboot it and see what happens. I'll need my other keyboard, won't I? Hate this keyboard. Probably need the other mouse as well. Let's speed that up around. Right, other mouse. Okay. And there's SDDM. Well, that's interesting. It says LXQt on Wayland, which I don't want. Well, that'd be worth trying. Let's give it a go. I haven't installed any Wayland stuff, unless it's done it itself. Let's see. No, it has not. Didn't think it would. Right, let's get out of US. We can't. Right, let's try that again. There we go. There's no icons. Right, open your LXQt configuration center. And where is that? No! It's interesting that audio never really seems to work for me, and that's fine. Not really in it to win it, so let's come out of there. I prefer that colour. Alright, it means they're getting darker. Okay, let's find this. What is that all on? Auto start. Oh, there it is, that. Okay, what do I want? Sessions. Okay, in the auto start, click on the button add X compositing manager and user local bin xcomp mgr -c capital C. Is that right? And tick wait for system tray and start only in X11. In the environment advanced tab, click on the add button and add a variable named xcursor path. Okay, in the value to, well, here we go. I'm going to take half out to find the tilde. Right, there we go. Dot icons, user local, share icons. Okay, all right. So let's log out and log back in. See what happens. And still no icons. Interesting. Why is there no icons? I mean, apart from the fact that there's no icons, it works, right? Let's restart it. Okay. So let's find a terminal. Interesting. Right, that'll do for now. Right, so what do we want to do? Let's become root for a minute and let's do what these guys are suggesting. Okay. I'm not sure this is going to give me icons, but never mind. What was it? Session settings, auto start. Oh, PicoM is already there, look. However, alright, let's close that. Yeah, I guess as much. So a quick look around. What I'm trying to find is appearance. There it is. Let's have a look, see if we can find the theme. What is the default theme for the LXQt? Because I have no idea. Okay, so we have a few icons now. That's a bit better. Does that mean they've turned up on the desktop now? Yeah, they have. Excellent. That's better. Right, so let's restart and then log back in, shall we? Let's see what happens this time. Should be better now. Up, up, down, up. Okay. Right, that's better. It now looks like there's more stuff in there as well. Still don't know what PicoM is. No, still don't really know. Lightweight X11 compositor. Yeah, of course. Anywho, I mean, that's my mouse. That's not anything else. Yeah, it's quite smooth. I'll give it that. Interweb, a start up Firefox. Why have you got a BitTorrent client? Did I install BitTorrent? I don't remember doing that. All right, we'll have a black look. It's not there anyway. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah. Now, as far as I can see, this is pretty lightweight, and to see just how lightweight, it's not as lightweight as I thought it was. 968 meg. Although my guess is that includes ZFS stuff. Would have been interesting to try this on UFS as well, to be honest. Anyway, who are we? Blinking adverts. Why? Skip. 720. All right. 1080. Bit of tearing. However, not completely unexpected on this hardware. Although now I've put it up to 4K, that tearing seems to have gone away. It's just taking a while to keep up, that's all. Alright, it works. So, what do I think? I mean, it looks nice. It actually does look nice, gotta say. See, that's annoying, right? The system is set to UK English, yet the keyboard layout is US. Why is that? Anybody? Just, I never understood why it done that kind of thing. Alright, there we go. That looks a bit more. Alright, so can I now install stuff that's not designed for this? Okay, that shortcut doesn't work. Right. What was I going to do? Oh yeah. Kdenlive. I want to see what other crap it installs with it. I'm guessing quite a bit, although not as much as I thought it was going to install. Okay. Pull that in. That's fine. Let's see if it's now in my list. It is. Does it work though? Oh, I don't think so. It actually does work. Okay. All right. I've yet to actually try doing anything on Kdenlive, and I've got to be honest, it looks more feature rich than I thought it was. Maybe, just maybe, I will try this at some point. It's a bit difficult when I've not got audio working. But yeah, we might give that a go. Anyway, I wasn't here for looking at Kdenlive. What else can I install? Just works. That's what I like about FreeBSD. It does, it just works most of the time. That being said, no OBS Studio working. It might want a restart. Of course, it is possible that something has now broken. We shall see. Interesting. Couldn't load the firmware for the Wi-Fi. Don't matter. Well, can still log in. It doesn't seem like it's broken. Doesn't seem like that's working. Alright, fine. Alright, what else? I don't think it really matters what else. It's snappy. What other logos are there? Logos, backgrounds. Plasma? What are you talking about? Doesn't look very plasma-y to me. OBS keeps core dumping. That's interesting. Yeah, this is not bad, you know. It's very smooth, all very basic. Yeah, it's nice to see something that's not KDE or GNOME or Cinnamon or, you know, the main ones. This is, you know, this is quite nice. Okay. Oh, that's nice. I like that. It's renamed the... That's really nice. Bye-bye. Yeah, I like this. All right. I'm going to leave it there because that's quite nice. You don't really need much more in a desktop environment, do you? It runs. I'm assuming that it's more customizable than what I've seen. I mean, yeah. What else do you need? Let's be honest. Brightness. Ooh. Well, I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, really? All right. Yeah, let's leave it there. There's more stuff. Oh, I didn't see all the other stuff. Mind you, it's not much. Okay, so it is very customizable. I think I quite like that. Yeah, let's stick with that, I think. I keep saying I'm going to leave it there, and I don't. Because I like playing.
What?
Place new windows under the mouse pointer. No. Move and resize mouse. Focus windows when the mouse pointer moves over them. No, it's good. I am finished now though, so I finished looking at all this. So apart from OBS not working now, that's not bad at all. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Literally, as I said before, that is my second time using something that's not KDE or GNOME or Cinnamon or any of the other basic ones. Of course, now I've broken it by trying to log into a different session. It don't matter. What desktop environments or window managers are you guys using? Because I know there are loads of them out there. I'd be interested to know what you guys are using. Please do drop a comment. Anyway, that's it for this this video. Just a quick one. I just wanted to see what it was like, really. Very usable. It's as simple as that, really. How do I usually finish my videos? Because I can't remember. Thanks for watching, and yeah, do drop a comment and share and subscribe if you really want to, and click the thumbs up button. All the usual YouTuber spiel. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. It's nice to actually have a video that worked properly.